Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for coming back, and as always, huge massive thank you for the support. So today I'm with the beautiful fairy hugs, which is the blue fairies. This is the current members free gift at Hunkydory. So basically you sign up, it doesn't cost you anything. You put this in your basket and all you'll pay is the postage. So whether that's to the UK or abroad, obviously if you are worldwide, you're probably going to end up paying more. Not quite sure what it is, but still you can still get it from Hunkydory. So I think if you're going to buy anything, it's worth popping loads of things in your basket and you know, making it worth the postage, really. Okay, so I'm going to start the first card. Both of them are going to be 6x6. And I'm going to be using the 6x12 300 DSM white cardstock. So let's go ahead and we're going to score that down at the 6-inch mark, and I'm going to fold that over. Now I am going to be using my Stampin' Up cutter today, and I am a little awkward with it because it opens the other way to what I'm used to, so I do apologise. I was crafting with it yesterday, and it does seem to be going really nicely, working really nicely, but as you can see it opens that way, which does throw me off just a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, and I want a panel on this side of, I think I'm going to go for 3 inches. So if I line that up nicely at the bottom, go nice and straight, yeah. And I'm just going to go right up to that 6-inch mark. Well, I can see where it is anyway, so I've got my crease there. And then if I come over there, just give that a little pop down. And oh, there we go. And this is a lot fluffier than it was yesterday, so maybe it's time to change the blade already. Like I say, this is one of Mum's old trimmers, so she's had this. I found it upstairs, and I hadn't used it. I think I might have used it at the beginning a little bit before I bought the other one, and then when I was, because I've been going through everything, sorting out to come down here, what I can get down here, what I can't, I did find a pack of new blades, so I might just swap those over now. So let's just grab that one out. I'm hoping it's going to be easy to pop it in. Yeah, it seems to be exactly the same as my other one. There we go. So hopefully we should be okay for the next bit. I'm just trying to clean that little bit of fluff off without actually cutting into my cardstock and ruining the straight edge. It's just getting at the right angle. Yeah, I think I'm going to live with that bit. Okay, so next we're going to need, so we need to decorate this side here at the back because it's going to be seen, and we need to decorate the front piece. So for the inside I'm going to need a piece, and I'm going my usual, which is 2 notches under the 6, and again 2 notches under the 6, and that should fit onto there quite nicely, and it does. And then I'm going to take another piece, and I'm just going to take 2 notches under the 3, and again 2 notches under the 6. I'll save that piece for another day. And this is going to go onto our front panel. Okay, so deciding which do I want to use? So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to use both cards. So this is the foiled one with the beautiful little butterflies on. And I'm going to use a piece of this for this panel here. So this needs to be 2 3/4 and 5 3/4. So it's just so you're not going to see as much of that because obviously we're going to have our topper on it, but that's going to fit on there quite nicely. And you could go ahead and use the papers instead if you didn't want to use that bit of cardstock up. And then this piece, which is going on the back, so 1 2 3 4 5 3/4. And I think, do I want to keep that design on or do I want to cut that piece off? I think we'll cut it off. So the only sort of decorative of our design, decorative piece is going to be those little flowers. They look like little dahlias. Okay, so we're going to have that corresponding against that, and that should fit onto there quite nicely, and it does. So let's pop that out of the way for now, and we can bring in the glue. So I've refilled all my glues today. So as always, this is the Kalau all-purpose glue, and this one is the Kalau tacky glue. So let's come across, and I like to mix my glues up. If you've been watching my channel a while, you'll know. It's because I don't like my corners to come up, and I don't like to go too near the edges with that all-purpose glue because it can take the shine off my mirror card if I get it splurging out and then try and wipe it away. Okay. So let's see, how do we want this to be? Do we want the sparkles? The sparkles actually matching with that a little bit more, and he's slightly lighter. So I'm going to keep the sparkles on that side. Just make sure my cutting is still okay. And I think we are okay. And we will pop that on. Now if you wanted to, you could do the entire piece, so you miss out the gold and just do the whole piece with the blue, or you could use the insert there instead if you wanted to as well. So let me just make sure I've got that nice and straight there. It doesn't really matter so much on the inside because you're not really going to see that when the card is open or shut. And keep going with these layers. Same thing in the corners and on. And I think we're about right there. Sorry, just going to lift that up a little bit. Yeah, I think that's okay. And then we're going to go in with this one as well. So I had a good little craft session yesterday. I think I made about 7 cards with different sets. So I used up the rest of the green and purple fairy sets and bits that I had left over from the other day's crafting. And I also did some decollage, so I'm just working through my stash with this little challenge that I've set myself. Okay, so let's see whether I want to go with the oval or whether I want to go with the circle fairy. So I think I'm probably going to go big for this one. Let's have a little look. I really like that wishing a day as wonderful as you, because that's kind of cute. This one's got a really nice chunky gold border on. Let's just pop that out. So there's our little fairy. And doesn't want to come apart. There we go. Let's see. So originally I was thinking, I don't think there is a right or a wrong way, but we have got some foil detail there. So then coming across, I don't know if I want to do, actually if I was going to do that, I'd do that one first because we don't want to hide so much of that detail. So for that reason we'll turn it round. And maybe that's a little bit too big. Maybe this one is a little smaller. Let's see. This is a Scent with Love and Fairy Hugs. Oops. Would fit better there. Or we could go in around about there. I don't hate that, to be honest. We could have some gems. I like that better actually. Right, okay. So let's start. So let's pop her off. Pop that one off. I think we're around about the middle there. So let's just put some glue on there. Just putting it on where we know it's going to go. So we want that to be around about there. So I'm going to slide that under. That's showing. Okay. And what I should have done is just go around with these little pips a little bit. It's a little bit difficult for myself, but actually let's do it the other way. So I've got a little nail file here that I use on my crafting. You have to be careful not to get it on the foil side. Making a mess now. Alright, we'll leave that then. Maybe when it's dry we'll come back. Okay, and then this layer again I'm going to have a flat. So I can go, and I'm just using the tacky glue with this one because it dries sort of fastest. So going over the top of there and then on. So we've still got that piece coming through. And then if I grab some foam pads, and we need it to be on this side. So we know it's going to be around about a halfway mark, so that's fine. I think these are the 2mm pads that I've picked up here. I was hoping to go with one, but these are the ones I've picked up, so that's fine. Okay, I'm just going to check if we need something. So I'm just trying to give this the best chance I can at having a nice amount of support, because at the end of the day this is going to be floating off my page. And what I'll do is when it's dry, I'll just lift that up and just go around the edge of that gold to see if I can get rid of those little proud bits. I always forget about them, but I mean, they don't look terrible, and sometimes you can just pop them down with your nail. Okay, so we want her to be quite straight, so we'll go with that. And then this one we're having at the bottom coming over, so it's quite a big piece. Let's just go across there, cut a little bit off. Save that for another day. You never know when you want just a tiny little piece. we go. It's going to be perfect. There we go, so that's where we're at now. So now we just need some gems. And I have got those ones which are dark blue. Let me just see if I have anything a little lighter. Sorry, you will hear me just going in here. So I've got some more of those glitter ones, but the small one. And I don't have any pastel ones. Sorry, I know all this rustling noise is really annoying on the video. These ones. These are a Crafter's Companion. They come from a Crafter's Companion subscription box, one of the old ones they used to do. Don't think they do it anymore, and it's from box 41, I think. Yeah, box 41. So these ones are quite a light blue. We've got the smaller sizes. Those ones. That one belongs there. Let's put that back. Those are greens, I don't have greens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the dark pearl. Or we could go with blue. Actually, I'm going to go with these pearls. Just feel like it's going to fit this quite nicely. Okay, let's grab my little tweezers, and I'm only going to use 5 of them, which is going to be annoying because there'll be one left, but that's the way it is. Let's go with the big one. I think that's come off a bit sticky, so let's pop a little bit there. There, and sticky bits moved, so I don't want the sticky bit to show. That's what I'm trying to separate it. And let's go with the one that's not separated from the sticky, just quickness. Okay, and then do I want to do anything else to that? I think I do. I'm going to come in with my quickie glue pen. So I'm just grabbing a piece of insert paper that I've been using to tip my glitter into in a minute. So this is the Deco Art Glamour Dust. I've had it for years, so I've no idea where it's come from, but I do know on eBay I think it's about £5, something like that. But this one, like I say, I've had it for years. And if I show you, hopefully you can see inside, about 3/4, not even 3/4 of use of it. So it's still got 3/4 left to go. So it is really good. You know, it lasts a long time because, I mean, you put it on your project and then you sort of brush it off. So what I'm doing is I'm just on this border, we've got these lovely little swirls, and what I'm doing is I'm just going over it with my quickie glue pen anywhere where you can see it, and I'm going to pop some glitter on. If you wanted to, you could go in and glitter the fairy. I kind of feel like she does show up enough, so I'm not going to mess with her. Being a bit tight of it, and then you can just pop that off. So we've just got that little bit of glitter running through, and then just to finish I'm going to grab some more of those little gold butterflies. It's come from an old Spellbinder Delight set which had a tree with butterflies. I think it's a butterfly tree, something like that. And I just cut some out of the gold because I think they really did show up on the gold quite nicely. The bigger ones have a bit of pattern on them. I don't know if you can just about see that. Yeah, you can see that there. So they've got a nice little pattern on them. The other place where you can get really nice small butterflies is, I know there is a Leability set. So it's LEA and then abilities, or LE and then abilities. They have a nice mini flower and mini butterfly set, which I also have, not to hand, but that's not what I've used today, but it is a nice little butterfly set. Crafter's Companion had the confetti die with the butterflies, and I do believe Hunkydory did a similar thing with the confetti dies, but I think it's called a cut-in die or something like that. It's got a different name. Okay, so let's see, where do we want these to go? See, and the reason they match in perfectly is because on a lot of these fairies you have got these little gold butterflies on there. So I'm going to go, let's go with one on there, one on there, and one up there. And I found these tweezers when I was doing bits yesterday, and they're great for a number of things, mainly holding ribbon on till it's dry with the tacky glue. Let's see. Then I want the small one next. I think I'm going to have that one going that way. Oops, it's stuck. Maybe this is not great for this job, or not as great as I thought they would be. I'm sort of just pressing them down in the middle so that we get a bit of a lift on them. Let's move down from the glue so that wouldn't have stayed there anyway. And then we'll have this one going out that way. And if you do sort of just make sure they're a little bit propped up, when the glue is dry you'll be able to go in and just twidge them so that they are a little bit more elevated, look a bit more like they're flying away. Let's just, there you go. So that is that one finished. Nice quick card. You could go ahead and just mat and layer a bit of insert in there, which is what I'll do later, and that will still go in a 6x6 envelope, relatively flat, only 2mm foam pad used. And that's the first one, so I'm just going to get it set up for card number 2. Okay, so card number 2, I'm coming in with my scoreboard again and another piece of that 6x12. I'm doing exactly the same score again, straight down the 6-inch mark, and then just give that a little bit of a press down. Just going to use this. Just going to be a bit neater. And then I've got another little spare piece of card here, so let's see if this is going to be enough. So 4.5. It's the same width, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let me bring that scoreboard back and we'll go with this one. And I'm going to score at 2 and at 4. And what I'm going to do is make a little sort of step to go on the front of my card. So I'm going to go, let's see which way are we using, this that way. So I'm going to do mountain and valley. Just give that a good press down there. And a good press down there. And I'm just going to attach this to the front of my card, and then all of my workings will go behind it. So let's start with a little bit of my favourite thing ever in the world, not red liner tape. And my scissors are hiding behind a load of purple things. So, seem to be getting through that red roll quite well. So it was a 50-metre roll, came from eBay. I think I did put it up on in the description last time. Oops. Take that back out. I'm just going to put some PVA in, because that's going to give it a little bit of extra strength. Just make sure that's the right way up. And I always get really nervous about this bit. Let's turn it around that way. So let's see if I butt it up there. That might be an easier way to do it in the future. I must remember that. Okay, so that's gone on perfectly flat, perfectly straight, and then we've got our lovely little step there. Let's give them all a really good press down, and that's going to stand, you can't see, but there, like so. Okay, so let's get on and do some layers. So come back to my little Stampin' Up trimmer, and we're going to need a piece for the back. So that's going to be our normal. I'm going to go 2mm under 6, but I might need to just take an extra millimetre off just because of that bulk there where we've added that piece on. Let's just see how this trimmer seems to go. Its 2 notches seems to be just slightly smaller than my other trimmer's 2 notches, which is slightly odd. No, that's perfect. And then we're going to need a little piece to go on the front, which is going to be 2 notches under 2. And that's going to be 2 notches under 6. There we go. And that should fit quite nicely onto there, and it does. Okay, so let's have a look at the cardstock that we want to use. So the piece that is 5 3/4 will come in with this one. So we'll go with our 5 3/4 square. So that's going to give us just that really tiny layer with our gold, and it does. And then this piece here, let's see, we want to keep those flowers if we can, I think. So let's go, let's see, is that going to cut the butterflies off? We don't want to cut the butterflies off. So I've just cut that just above where those butterflies end, and then I can turn that round and take that to 1 3/4, and we can have that darker blue there. Okay, oh, I need to cut it down that way as well, which is going to be 5 3/4. Let's just have a little look at that. That's perfect. Okay, let's put that down there. Right, so I'm not sure if I want that the other way around. Will it look weird? Well, no, because the butterflies look like they're going like that, don't they? So I think I will, because then we're going to have that nice contrast of that dark blue. So we'll do it that way around. So again, same gluing combination. Oh, I'll do a bit of a lint there, just get rid of that. And there. And okay. And did you watch Hunkydory today? Lovely embossing folders they've got. I think there's I quite like the star one, and I quite like the zigzag one. I've got like about 5 or 6, maybe even more dotty ones, and I kind of think, do I really need another dotty embossing folder? Probably not. But the other ones are definitely things I haven't got in my stash, which could be really useful. And they're a nice size too, 6 inches, just right for me, because that means I can take a little bit off the edge, and it will mat nicely onto these 6-inch cards that I do so many of them now. And there are ways of patching up if you wanted to do a bigger one. You know, obviously you can do, if you're doing a 10 by 8, you could do 6 inches across, and then do another piece and hide the cut part with a ribbon or something like that, can't you? So loads of ways to use them. Okay, so let's get that on there. Do I want to put any ribbon? No, I haven't got any blue ribbon. That's why I don't want to use any ribbon. So when I was looking through designs to do today, I found a lovely one, but needed ribbon, and I just haven't got the right colour blue. I've got blue in like a really quite a wide one, but that wouldn't look right because these are quite, I'm trying to keep them quite delicate, these sort of fairies. Okay, so that's how we are looking at the moment. So you can see I've got that lovely contrast of the blue, and this piece you could go in if you've got a swirl embossing folder and emboss that. I have on one of the cards I was using the other day, the purple one. Let me see if I can grab it. I'll show you. I did do some embossing on it. So yeah, I found on the actual pattern on here there is like a rose pattern on the actual paper. So I found this rose embossing folder from Crafter's Companion and put that through, and I was quite happy with that. So that will be going up on Pinterest later on today. Let me just put that one back on top, otherwise at the end I'm going to be trying to pick up the wrong one. Yeah, so I did, I think I made, there's going to be 7 cards going up on Pinterest. Same time as these. I'll put them up first and then put these at the very top, so if you wanted a closer look at them then they are going to be right on the top for you to look at. Let's pop this out and we're going all the way around. And I don't think I want to put her on the actual front. I think I want her to be on this back piece. So I'm just popping her out so we've got that wide frame. So she's looking a little bit, I want to say boring. Let's see if we can jazz this up. Must be in the mood to do angles. Let's put that. I like that. Does it look like it's just slipped a bit? That's the thing. Does it look... it's all very well having things on the wonk, but you've got to make it look like you wanted them on the wonk. Otherwise it just looks like it's slipped. Prefer it better that way. Let me pop this border out and let's see if we can. So the background is just looking a little bit plain, so maybe the embossing thing would be a great thing to sort of bring that to life. The other thing I could do is glitter it, but it would take a lot of time. There's a lot of swirls on there. So let's move you off, little fairy. Pop you at the top. Then you. And then you. And then obviously we're going to come in maybe with that big sentiment that we had before. Have that round about there. No, I don't like that either. We need something. What can we have? Let's see. Just trying to think of other ways that I can fill up the space on this card without using anything else. That was there, that was there. That went across. No, I don't like that. Okay, let's rethink. Maybe if we went that way. better. And we've got that bit going up, that bit going on, some gems, some gems. Yep, I think we'll go with that. I think I'm happier with that. So let's just pop it out. I'm going to bring in this sort of ruler here, just that I know where I want that to be. Actually, that's got a bit of foil in at the top, so I'm going to want that at the top. Okay, and I am going to go, let's just learn from the last card's mistake and just take those little pips off. Any more? On there. Okay. And again, I'm going to use my tacky glue on this one. I can go all over the whole thing this time though. And that will give me just a little bit of time to manipulate that if I need to. I think we're about there. And then what I'm going to do is grab some 1mm foam pads. We've got the little ones and I've got these bigger ones. So let's use some of these, I think, because cut it to some strips. I did some baking yesterday, didn't go well. I think my oven's a bit on the blink, you know, because when you put like a lasagna in from Iceland or wherever, you know, like a ready meal, it doesn't completely warm it through. I usually have to put it in the microwave for about 2 minutes. So I think it might be the oven, but I made these biscuits. I don't know if you guys can identify with this, but couple of years ago actually, I bought this like magazine subscription for well, it's cooking, like it's sweet things basically. It's cakes, biscuits and like lollipops and things like that. And you've got all these sort of moulds and things and nozzles, piping nozzles and stuff. And you know, got folders with it. I've got there's 4 folders full of recipes with all these little magazines in, kept them all nice. And the only thing I've ever made it from it is these biscuits, which is in the first binder. Like, really didn't need the whole subscription just to get some nice biscuits. But you make these biscuits and then you can make like this marshmallow icing to go on top, which is, it's just the best. But we had some eggs left over, so I thought, oh, I'll have a go at doing that. And I made them up, and for some reason it said, you know, bring them out when they're golden. So they were golden on top, so they should have been alright, but no, in the middle, not cooked. So now I've got to do them again. So not going to be today though, won't be tomorrow because we've got the inquest tomorrow, so probably not going to be feeling it when I come home, because I think it's about a 4 or 5 hour drive down there. So, because we're going up north. But yeah, so definitely going to make them again and do them properly, because the eggs have got like about 4 or 5 days on them, but like I bought, you know, like a pack of 24 or whatever it is, massive pack. And just going to pop that in nice and evenly. I think that could have gone around a little bit, but we're not going to complain about that. And this one I'm going to do, just get rid of those bits sticking up. Yeah, and I'm just going to pop tacky glue to halfway again, I don't want it to be showing, don't want it to stick to the back of my card. But that's going to go there, so when it's folded up that's how it's going to look. And we've got on this sheet, we've got a little butterfly, or we've got a little flower, and I quite like this butterfly. Actually I've got one from the previous kit which is purple though. There is just a little bit of purple in her, isn't there? What a shame there isn't another one. I don't think that's another one. Let me just check one thing. I did throw some things in here today. No, that's not. Okay. Oh, what's this? That's another purple one there. No, might just go with that blue one. Could go on here maybe. No, the other side, because then we've got that line going across. Yeah, I'm going to go on that side. Okay, let me grab a little one which has not filled up that space I wanted to, but hey ho. How do we want that to go? We want it to be flying off, so let's just pop 1 and 2. And we'll just pop, let's move that out of the way. We'll have to fill that space with some gems. Actually, if you've got any sort of peel-offs of butterflies and that sort of thing, you could probably add those on, you know, especially if you've got any little shiny gold ones, they would look really nice. Just going to pop some glue on there, so wherever it touches on this frame, it's going to stick. Okay, let's bring back the gems. I think I am going to go blue glitter with these. So we've got 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think I'm going to use all 9. Let's see, where's those other little, there they are. Okay, so let's go, oops, stuck to it. 1, 2 and 3. Oh, come on, play the game. Yeah, and quite even. And then I'm going to do these the same colours, just for some reason I've used separate sheets. Just that's why I'm working my way all through them. And I'm going to pop 1 down there. Okay, so you've got that bit of journey going around. So it goes look, okay. So okay, so I'm happy with that. So that is our card finished. So it would stand like so, like I said, and on the shelf you're going to have just that little shelf that will fall down a little, so you will see more of the image. Than obviously when I'm holding it like this, it's falling back, but on the shelf it would fall a little forward. So you'll see when I do the photos for Pinterest, if you do check them on there, you'll see it will come a little lower, and you will see pretty much most of her legs, I believe. Let me just, yeah, you'll see almost to her toes when it's on a shelf. So let's bring that first one back in, and those should be dry now, so we can just go ahead and, if I can get my finger underneath it, give them a little pinch up. Obviously once they're in an envelope, they'll go down a little bit as well. If you wanted to, you could come in with some on here. I just thought, just for a bit different, I wouldn't use them because we have got the little gold details there, but you know, if you've got them there, why not use them? But that's it for today. So thank you so much for watching. Next time I'm going to be coming back with the pink fairy, which, let me just grab it because it's on the top here. Oops, that's going to fall. No, it's not. So this is this vibrant pink fairy. Spread your wings. Really lovely images on here. So I'm looking forward to having a little play with that. Maybe I'll do that reverse easel that I failed to do the other day with that shape, but we'll see. We'll see. Sometimes when you look at the cardstock and everything together, it sort of you will get a sort of look at you know, an idea of what you want to do with it. So I'm just brushing off that loose glitter, that's all. Yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye bye.